Okay, so I will say they definitely did a great job of leaving me wanting more. It's the finale. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for season 1, episode 7 of Young, Famous, and African. There were 7 episodes in this first season. This is it. This is it. And they did do a great job of holding my attention the whole time, keeping me coming back for each individual episode. And this last episode definitely was effective in making me want more. So, job well done. Job well done. Let's talk about what went down. Okay, so the episode opens up with Diamond sitting on the bed, and he is talking to Nadia. And Nadia was saying, you know, basically she really hasn't had any contact with Diamond. Now we know for a fact that her and Vic have actually broken up. She didn't really come out and say too much about that to him, but she was basically kind of talking to him a little bit about what's been going on there in Johannesburg, and he's clueless. He is completely clueless as to what she's talking about. He's out working and living life. They over there clowning and carrying on. He is clueless. And I will say this about Diamond. Now, I thought this would be the situation with Diamond. I looked at Diamond. Diamond is one of those people. He's not the best looking, but he's not the worst looking. He's just okay. And he's just there. But he is more interesting when he takes his clothes off, if that makes sense. I'll give you a perfect example. Trey Songz. Trey Songz, when he's dressed, he's just there. It's just like, okay. He could literally blend into the backdrop with no problem if he's just there and dressed in like regular clothes. When he takes the shirt off and just has the jeans on and get to moving around, then he becomes more interesting. And I think I got the same vibe from Diamond. When he was sitting there, Diamond definitely has a sex appeal to him that when he's dressed, it's just like, oh, okay, no big deal. But I will say this. At the very end of the episode, when we see him in this black and white outfit, he was wearing the hell out of this black and white outfit. It just fit him. It's like a nice pair of pants and a shirt. But for whatever reason, he was wearing the hell out of this outfit. It just looked really, really nice on him. But anyway, so that's that. So this is the first episode where I actually paid attention to Diamond. I was like, okay, now I see kind of why the girls be kind of, ooh, Diamond. Because before that, I was like, hey, Diamond. You know? Okay. He's more interesting with his clothes or not. We don't have all his clothes on. Anyway, moving on here. Okay. Same thing with old Andile. Andile is more interesting when his clothes are off because he could get lost in the sauce too. And I think he's kind of cute, but he could get lost in the sauce. But he looks different. He has a sex appeal. He got a nice body. I guess that's what it is. Okay, anyway, moving on. Next thing, like I said, Diamond got off the phone with Nadia. He don't know what the hell she's talking about, but he's like, I'll be coming back. So I'll be there for the wedding. So I'll see what's going on. Next, we have Zari and Andile and Naked and Kaylee. Okay? They already making jokes. Calling them Zondi. I said, or Zandy. Zandy. That's what they were calling him. Zandy. And I'm like, okay. And Andile's like, y'all need to get used to it. No, we don't need to get used to it. What is you doing? What is you saying? What are you saying? And them two is just, you know, ooh, I said. So I guess it's on and popping. That's what y'all saying? It's on and popping? I guess. Anyway, Let's go on over here and talk to Nadia and Connie. They're talking about this bachelorette party, okay, for Annie. And Nadia is saying that she's not coming. She said, if Zari comes, I'm not coming because I just don't like her. And the way I feel about her, I don't see how you all have sat through what you all have sat through with her without taking your wig off and punching her in her face. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, Nadia. Because I've gotten confused at this point. What did Zari, and Zari's a bit much. She's a piece of work. But what did Zari do to you, Nadia, that's making you feel like you want to lay hands on her? Like, I didn't get it. I've been watching very closely. I've been reviewing, so I know I'm paying attention. I don't see anything that Zari has done to Nadia to make Nadia want to fight her. Now, Nadia, baby, are you clout chasing? Because y'all are all, see, our boy Swanky said this. Y'all are all young. Y'all are all popular. You're all famous, and you're all rich. And as far as y'all's friendship go, there are no levels. Y'all just are friends. Y'all love each other, and y'all play hard, and you fight hard, and all of that. But why? What? I understand she's the outsider, but it kind of seems like you kind of bullying a little bit, sis. Seems like you're taking the bully space a little bit to me. That ain't a good look. But she says she's not going to come if Zari's going to come. And this ain't even that kind of what they be doing, so you probably should just stay home. If you don't want to come out and act decent with the people, stay on home. Don't come and ruin anybody's bachelorette party. That ain't cool. So, speaking of, let's go to the bachelor party. The bachelor party was them, all the guys getting together, and they went driving in these sports cars blindfolded. And they just had a ball. They just had a ball. Swanky is a whole damn fool. Swanky and Delay, child, he's supposed to guide, you're supposed to guide. One sits in the passenger seat, the other one drives blindfolded, and the other one's supposed to guide them through the course. Child, let me tell you something. Tubaba and Naked did the course. Naked was blindfolded. Tubaba actually led him through. Let me tell you what Swanky did to Andile. Swanky literally led him out, around the course, and into the end spot. He was done like that. You did it. You did. He's like, you're not ready to ball me up with your foolishness and your drive. And they was driving Miss Daisy, honey, so slow. It was a mess. It was a mess. And Andile was like, now I know I didn't. How did I get there? There was only 2 lefts. Damn right. That was pretty funny to me. I was like, I know that's right. Like driving me around with no blindfold on. No, you don't think straight anyway. He's the one that's always asking questions. I don't know why you didn't go ahead and you drive Swanky, but Swanky wasn't going to do that because Swanky wasn't going to mess up his hair, his whatever head garb he had on, none of that with that blindfold on. You know how he do. Anyway, moving on. Let's go on over here to the bachelorette party. And go to the bachelorette party. Of course, Connie has put together the bachelorette party. And they have monogram pajamas. They're very cute. And they had mineral drips. I was like, I've seen this before. That's a rich people problem thing. It's just a drip. It's an IV drip with minerals and stuff, and it's supposed to make you feel so good and cleanse you and all. Listen, I've been through chemotherapy. I've had more than my share of IV drips. Nobody better not come nowhere near me with no IV drip. I used to call the IV drip when I was going through chemo. I used to call it the silver bitch. Nobody need come anywhere near me with the silver bitch. Talking about no minerals. And I don't want it. I don't want it. I'll pass. I could have had a V8. I don't want it. I don't want no IV drip for nothing. No, thank you. I will pass. Only way I get another IV drip if something happened, then I have to go battle that big C again. If I have to go battle her again, then I'll go battle her, honey. Me and Miss Cancer, we can go another round. But that's the only way I'm going to volunteer for an IV drip, honey. I don't want it. I don't want it. Nope. So anyway, moving on. But the girls had their little IVs and they sitting there talking. I was like, ooh. Anyway, Nadia ends up showing up for the thing, and of course Zari was there, but she just, you know, I'm not gonna miss the party. Yeah, I mean, why miss the party by acting like an ass? Just go on and you ain't got to, you know, it ain't got to be nothing. They're sitting there. Now, Nadia, you being messy. She breaks the ice. So tell me about what had happened on the train. No, Nadia, you didn't come on the train. You had an invite to get on the train, and you didn't get on the train. So why should we talk about the train now, you messy ass? A mess. And then they start. Basically, it was all Zari's fault. It was this, it was that. It was all Zari's fault. So Zari was naturally feeling attacked because that's what was happening. And Nadia said, you know what? The real question is, do you actually want to be our friend? Do you want to be friends with us? Because your behavior is questionable. You know, you seem like a problem. Do you actually want to be friends with us? And just when the moment of awkward silence was getting ready to take place, here comes Swanky. As Swanky came in, he had a big old surprise for Annie, and it was her best friend Tanya. So she brings Tanya in, and that shifted the whole mood. It was like, okay, hey, Tanya. Annie was all excited. You know how Annie is. She's always overly excited. And then everything was chill for a minute, and then it went right back. Boom, right to where I was like, oh no. We went right back to where we cut off at. And it was like, so, Zari, you know, what is it? Like, they started talking about, you know, kind of some of the stuff that was going on and how her and Connie had gotten into it. And then Annie dropped the bomb, and Annie was like, you know, it's my special day. It's my special day. And quite honestly, I just don't really want Zari there. I was like, oh my God. She shouldn't have been invited to now you guys are out of order for that one, because who wants to be at a bachelorette party and then be told you're not welcome to come to the wedding? You didn't gave gifts and everything. You came in with a gift and everything. And then told that you can't come to the wedding. That was kind of cold-blooded. That's kind of cold-blooded. But Zari took it on the chin, baby, and she will say in her confessional, she says, it's fine. Because me coming to your wedding is a value for you, not for me to come to your little wedding. Like she was unbothered. But I know her feelings were hurt. Because that was like a slap completely in the face, honey. I know your jaws are just as sore from the slap she gave you across your face, honey. That was just cold-blooded. I was like, oof. It's like, okay, Annie. And this thing, knowing what we know of Zari now, Annie, if you think you're not going to pay for that, you are sadly mistaken. At some point, darling, you will pay for that. You will pay for it. You, Connie, Nadia, all of you will pay for that. Pretty much. I promise you. You're going to pay. Anyway, let's go on to the wedding. I was surprised. I was surprised at the dress that Annie chose. Very surprised at the dress that she chose. It was pretty, but I didn't expect that. It was unexpected. Just a bunch of tulle and a lot of pearls and different things like that. And it was very princess-like. And it was like a blush color. Didn't expect that. Naked said to Connie when she first got there, Connie, you do know it's Annie's wedding, right? I said, I know. Connie's dress was sharp. It was sharp, but it was nude. It was the nude color, and it just looked like a very pretty princessy wedding gown. It looked more like a wedding gown than what Annie had on. It was bad though. It was bad. I was like, this thing, if you don't look like a living Barbie doll, I was like, okay, honey, it was sharp. I definitely would have worn what Connie had on. I wouldn't have wore Annie's. Too short. Too short for that. But Connie's dress is bad. Bad, bad, bad. Short in the front, long in the back, with all this train and carrying on. I was like, it did. She looked like the bride, honey. And then it was closer to the bridal color because she was in nude and she was in blush. I was like, oh, girl. Anyway, then I did notice when they switched over to, they did their vows and all of that stuff. And it was real cute. They did all that. And, oh, the setup for the wedding was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Lady name was Precious. Precious did the hell out of it. It was really gorgeous. Really outstanding. When they went to the dinner later on that night, honey, Annie changed for dinner. Now, baby, when Miss Annie changed, the dress she changed into, you didn't want a day of it. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. It was all the way form-fitting, straight, and had a whole lot of everything else going on. It looked like a wedding gown. It looked like a wedding gown, like a second wedding gown. It was in the nude color, and it was fantastic. It was fantastic. It really was. Really, really sharp. Really sharp. Tubaba actually wrote a song for her like he did at their first wedding. He wrote a song for her and performed a song. But I noticed Connie changed clothes too. I said, Miss Connie, that's not your wedding girl. She changed her gown too. And then she had a speech to give. So she gave a speech. And then Tanya, well, Tanya's her bestie. Tanya changed her gown too. Miss Tanya was clean too, honey. Miss Tanya was in royal blue in the first part, honey, and had ruffles and tulle and feathers. I said, and beads and baubles, and yes, honey, and royal blue. She was looking gorgeous too. And then she switched over. Her gown was pretty damn sharp too. The daughters looked exquisite. They really did. They looked really, really good. Really, really good. And that oldest girl, I said, whoa, she's really growing up fast, y'all. She's a young lady. But both of the girls looked really nice. All the family. Tubaba looked really good. It was nice. It was a nice dedication ceremony. And then on delay was the damn officiant. And they spoke on it because, they speak on everything. They're the biggest hoe in the group to officiate the wedding. Child, please. Anyway, and then I have to take back. Well, I'm not going to take it back. But it just appears that we saw a scene toward the end of the wedding. Annie and Connie. And they were like, we started sitting together just like this. We started our friendship sitting together. But we were fighting. We were fighting. And look at us now. It's like it's just the two of us. And she's like, yeah, she's truly become a friend of mine. And I'm like, this seems so fake. But then after I thought about it, it's not just been a few days. Like I'm watching, it's like a few days. It's been months that this has actually gone on. So yeah, you could actually build a tight friendship, but this is not what this is. This is not what this is. I believe Annie has really fallen into that space with Connie, but I don't trust Connie. I'm sorry. I like Connie, but I don't trust her. I do not trust her. I think she has Annie exactly where she wants her. And what has happened here is that Connie has bigger fish to fry. She don't have time to be fighting with Annie right now. She needs Annie as an adversary because she's fighting with Zari. And Zari is a more formidable opponent. I must take Zari down. And then when I get bored, I'll cat and mouse around with Annie. But right now, I need Annie on my side. And that's what I believe. I don't believe that she loves Annie the way that Annie has grown to love her. I don't trust you, Connie. I just don't. Those are my feelings. That's not what they said in the show. This is what my takeaway from the show is. Annie needs her for Annie is being used by Connie as an adversary because her main focus is taking down Zari. Period. I think she was going to get Annie, but when Zari came along, she's like, "No, I'm gonna get this bitch." So that's how it is. So moving on. Now, Zari wasn't invited to the wedding. Diamond showed up, but he was late. His plane was late, so he ended up going directly to Zari's. During the wedding, Andile actually had called Zari saying, "I wish you were here. I feel like something's missing, blah, blah, blah." He's telling her all the things that she wants to hear. He's like, "Yeah, I might come. I'm going to come and see you." Laugh, kick it around. Till Diamond ends up showing up at Zari's. And she's like, "Okay." And he's like, "I missed everything." And they wouldn't, by the time I'd have got there, he's like, "There's my suit right there." He said, "I would have missed everything. It just wouldn't have worked out." He's like, "So I just came here to see my kids." Child. Andile had the nerve to show. He actually did show up at the door. Child, Diamond had just went up to put the kids to bed, and bang, bang, bang on the door. It's Andile. Come in there. I said, "Child," and you could see, child, that dag on Zari could have swallowed her tongue, honey. And so we ended up. This was like the last thing. They ended up sitting down, and Andile's like, "You know what? He said, "Let's just get this over with because it just is what it is. I'm going to tell you before anybody else can tell you." And he's saying, when it comes to, he's like, "You're like one of my best friends. You're my brother, this, that, and the other." He's like, "Yeah, yeah." He's like, "What about it? What are you talking about?" And he's like, "So why'd you come here?" And he's like, "This is my home. Why wouldn't I come here? This is where my children are. Why wouldn't I come here?" He says, "I was late and I didn't go to the wedding because I was really, really late. So I came to see my children. This is my home." And he's saying, he says, "Well, this is really about me and Zari." And Zari's like, "Well, let me just go get everybody a drink." So she steps out. So Diamond is like, "Well, what's going on? Somebody gonna tell me what's going on? Why are you here? Like, what's going on?" And he told me, he says, "Me and Zari been kind of there's like an interest." And Diamond looked at him, and Diamond said, "But these are my family." And that's where it cut out at. That's where they hung us. That was our cliffhanger, was this puzzled look that Diamond had on his face. And the puzzled look was, "I think I know what you're saying, but I can't believe you're saying it to me about my people." And I was like, "Oof." So I don't know. We have to wait. And hopefully we'll get a season 2. And hopefully we'll pick up right there. Ain't no other way for us to do this but to pick up right there. Because he had this look on his face like, "I know you goddamn lying." So, he not lying. Anyway, listen, this has been season 1, episode 7, which is the finale of season 1 of Young, Famous, and African. It has been a ride. I have enjoyed every moment of this. Baby, the best fashions on reality TV in a very long time. Trust me. Y'all got it down for the fashions, baby. Storyline ain't bad either. But listen, they give us a season 2. I'll meet you back here on this couch. All right, you guys. Later.